It's hard to find, honestly, musical influences that are women. One of the recent surprises I had was when I was listening to Black Flag as a teenager, finding out like the bassist was a girl named Kira Rosling. I had no idea she was a girl. Like, I didn't know about this, and I just felt like, yeah, I have to do this now. I have to play bass.
Like, if I had seen more not dudes playing music, I probably would have started earlier, you know, but like, I hadn't even heard a not dude scream the first time I did, so I was just like, it's just not gonna sound good, it's not gonna sound the same, but like, it did, you know, and if I had heard that as a kid or like younger person, I probably would have, you know, started playing music earlier or something.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I would hang around like my friends who are musicians, because that's just like people that I feel comfortable with as musicians, and they'd go and record, and there was one day specifically where I was like with them, and the recording artist was like, "Oh, who's this?" and he pointed at me, and then my friend was like, groupie, and I was like, wrong. No, that is not what I'm about. And he didn't understand why I was angry, and I just it was that day where I was just like, damn dude, I can play, like I'm around musicians all the time, like why don't I just like never let anyone say that about me ever again.
It's really uncomfortable at points, and it's like you have already having, like being a female, you already have these things, and then being black, you get more. Yeah. It's kind of like, forget it, like this is just how it is. Yeah. It's kind of like, for me, as even growing up as a little kid, I've always had people treat me differently. I'm not gonna let these kids or these people determine who I am, and like that's what I would want to do with like other little girls. My family came from Rwanda, so I'm a first generation person, and they came as refugees. And just like knowing how much they like sacrifice and giving up, what I do with my music is just bringing hope.
I'm half Japanese, and growing up, I never fit in with like white kids, and Asian kids didn't even exist. I lived in the middle of nowhere. So it's just like that weird in-between space where you don't really fit in, and then like a year and a half ago I came out as non-binary, so that's just like another weird middle, just like floating around in space identity that I have. I don't really like belong to anything. That's what I primarily write about. It's like not really fitting in with people, but also trying to find like one person that like could understand, you know? Like that's hard to achieve. Don't let lack of representation keep you from playing music. Last night I actually saw like the first queer femme chubby person play in a rock band, and I was like, if it like, this is me basically, like this is what I look like on stage. It's not as bad as I think it looks like, but it just makes me want to keep making music, really.
And until you have that moment where you haven't seen a lot of people like you or heard their perspectives or their lyrics, you know, and like what's going on with them, like when you do experience it, you're like, oh. You might be that person for someone that's gonna like change their life, and then, you know, like the next wave happens, and